So I decided to do a video on some topics that I've been wanting to talk about. I have varieties. I can't even talk. Varieties of topics to talk about. Varieties. But we're gonna start with this video today. That I am gonna focus on the materialism trap and what is your reason for existing. Your reason for existing is something that I love to get answers from people all the time. I want to know, what is your reason for existing? What keeps you going? What is it outside of children? I feel like saying kids or children is like the easiest answer. Like, that's a given. If you have kids and children, of course, that would motivate you to keep going. Maybe not. Some people, there's some people who still aren't, wanting to be here, that have kids and children and all that, So I'm so interested in what keeps people existing, what keeps you wanting to actually stay here, to have the experience of living. Because to me, life gets pretty just drawn out. It's just very drawn out. And if you don't have a religion that you focus on and you believe in, which is why I'm sure a lot of people turn to religion, whether or not they will admit it or even understand or believe that, it helps you feel a little bit better. It's comforting. Having something to believe in, religious-wise, is a lot more comforting than sitting here like, okay, so I'm not going to visit God or Satan afterwards, really, so, yeah, what exactly is my whole turnout? Like, what is the whole point in being? Is it just for the ride? Literally, for the ride. That's what I've come to terms with. Mostly, I feel like you live and you stay here for the ride. It's literally the whole journey. My album is called Impact. If you haven't listened to it yet, you should. And Scully, he actually says some very impactful and major words at the end of the album where he actually says that. Like, it's not about the amount of years and things, it's about the impact, the actual impact, So I'm very interested in what other people's thoughts are, what keeps you going, what motivates you, what excites you to stay here on the planet. So I took some notes so I wouldn't forget the topics that I wanted to talk about. And another thing that I really wanted to focus on is the materialism trap. Like, I just complain about this all the time. I talk about this all the time with people about how growing up I was just completely just tortured by thinking that I wasn't, cool or didn't amount to anything because of not wearing certain labels and brands. And, this is all a part of the materialism trap to me. I talk about this stuff in my music too, on my album. If you check it out, Impact. But, yes, the materialism trap. I just don't quite understand it. So when I was growing up, you had to wear Hollister and Abercrombie to be cool in my school, and I went to a mainly white school. It was literally like an all-white school. And then now other schools, who knows what their, cool lines were and stuff. Like, of course, I knew about FUBU and Fat Farm back then and stuff. And, let's not forget Beyonce. She came out with Darion, the house to Darion, things like that as well. So, when I was growing up, though, it was just like, you weren't cool, and it meant that you didn't have money if you weren't wearing these clothes. That meant that your family was broke, was poor, and had less than other people. Because when I was growing up, if you were seen wearing Hollister or Abercrombie, you automatically knew that these people were wearing jeans that cost anywhere from $40 to $100. Maybe more, who knows? but they were not wearing Walmart jeans. You knew what they looked like, the design of them, and everything. And you know, my parents, I mean, my dad would spoil me more so, but, you know, my mom, you know, she's thinking, you're growing all the time, you're going to spill stuff on your clothes, you know, there's no reason for us to be spending, you know, all this money on something that you are probably going to destroy soon. So, growing up, you know, that was very, very hard for me, because, you know, I did want to wear that designer stuff and be cool. But it just now when I see everything, I realize that this is literally something that is a materialism trap. I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand it. You know, I'm older now, so we're at this point in life. You know, people, they love to wear designer, Prada, Versace, Louboutin, Gucci, you know, whoever, I don't know, I'm probably missing some. When I was younger, I was wearing Coach for a little bit, you know, and I thought that was cool because, you know, someone in my family really loved Coach, and I wanted to wear Coach too. But when I see people wear designer clothes now, at this point, like, it does absolutely nothing for me. Like, it does nothing at all for me. It looks extremely wasteful, and it looks extremely confused. It looks like your focus is in the wrong department. You know, literally, I understand this stuff is expensive. We're seeing people spending, you know, amounts on materialistic things that will cost you a month's rent or a month's mortgage. You could be buying a home. Or maybe you don't want a home. I don't know what your true ultimate goals are. But I hope your true ultimate goals isn't to just keep donating money to people who are already rich and don't need your help and don't give a fuck about you. That's really confusing to me. It does absolutely nothing for me. I do not think that you are any better than me when I see you wearing these things. And maybe these people, that's not what they want. But I'm just confused at why you're contributing to the materialism trap and to people who don't care about you. If Louboutin saw you out on the street and you needed a ride, would he give you a ride? No. Like, I mean, I know that was silly, but we're just being real here, you know. I don't understand it. So, yeah, Tiana Aura has been super anti-materialism trap for some time now, you know. Let me see what else my notes have over here. I just was talking about how high school started this for me. Yes, pretty much. And then, I don't want to be mean, but like, so then you see these people that are wearing these designer clothes, but they're eating absolute garbage. Eating at the cheapest restaurants, or even if they eating expensive, they still eating shit. Why are you eating vegetable canola oil and wearing Gucci? What? Please explain. People care more about literally what their exterior appearance looks like than what their actual interior has to offer. Seriously, what do you have to offer me besides money? It's very obsessive, you know. It shows you where people's mind are at. Y'all hear I'm talking. Anyways, so yeah, on top of all that, I guess I want to say, I want everyone to check out the Impact album. My Impact album is like the rawest version of Tiana Aura without the veganism. So check out the Impact album. I had it playing in the background a little bit. Actually, let me turn it up right now. It's about the impact. Literally, school just said that. Crazy. So I just ran through the album one time. So like, I have a song on my album called who they are. Like that's what makes them or breaks them.
All you think about is the money.
All you think about is the money. What do you bring to the table? What do you got on your plate? Why are you always drinking a soda? And why are you always ordering a steak? I'm silly. Anyways, I'm sitting here drinking some juice. Yes, I am.
Your motherfucking cash. I don't need your money or your motherfucking cash.
Alright, let me stop being silly, y'all. Let me stop being silly. I'm just being silly at this point. So, yeah, pretty much I just want to say thank you to anyone who has, been into it with me, following me. I have a lot of bangers on the Impact album. We got splits too. Splits about people with split personalities. They're confused. They're fake. They act like they're nice people and they even think they're nice people themselves. But they're not. Because of how they treat other people. Work on your integrity, my friend. People want to act like they're so perfect, I just want, you gotta kind of remember what's behind closed doors, okay? Stop acting so perfect. Nobody acting perfect, y'all. Then why would we even live? Shit wouldn't even be fun. Life would not even be fun if you was perfect. That's lame as fuck. Why would you want to be perfect? What's enticing about that? Adventures, they only happen, when you don't know where you're gonna go. Shout out to Terry Jr. Life is an adventure, Things can't always go smoothly. It's not even logical. So anyways, what I was saying at the beginning of the video. I would love for anyone to respond to me and tell me, how they feel about what keeps them motivated for going, what keeps you on the path, the life path, what keeps you here. Because it be hard sometimes, y'all. It's a hard knock life out here for all of us, But yeah, make sure you check out the Impact album. Yeah, I'm playing it right now. Playing it. It's available everywhere. Man, the lyrics, y'all. I just said it. So just check out the album, okay? Thank you. Alright, we stop.